Hello, and welcome back to Boni's Life, the channel where we dissect the complex, decode the cryptic, and navigate the ever shifting landscapes of technology and finance. Today, we're tackling a subject that has exploded from a niche corner of the internet into a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's a world where your gaming skills can translate into real-world assets, where the lines between player and investor are not just blurred, but completely redrawn. I'm talking, of course, about the revolutionary and, let's be honest, controversial world of crypto gaming and the play-to-earn phenomenon. This episode was requested by Sama. Now, I can almost hear the collective sigh from here. Boni, my brain is already at full capacity trying to remember my Netflix password. You want me to wrap my head around gaming on the blockchain? And you know what? That's a fair response. The crypto space often feels like it requires a PhD in computer science and a minor in wizardry to even begin to understand. But here's the thing. What if I told you that the countless hours you've spent honing your gaming skills, the late nights spent grinding for that epic loot drop, could translate into something more than just digital glory? What if that virtual sword, that rare skin, that plot of digital land could be sold for real money? That's the paradigm-shifting promise of play to earn, and it's a promise that has the potential to change the gaming industry forever. In this episode, we're going on a journey. We'll start by building a solid foundation, understanding the technology that makes all of this possible. Then, we'll explore the dramatic rise and fall of the first wave of play-to-earn games and the crucial lessons we learned from it. And finally, I'll provide you with a detailed, practical, step-by-step playbook for getting started in the world of crypto gaming in 2025. We'll cover everything from setting up your first wallet to identifying promising projects and avoiding common pitfalls. My goal is to cut through the hype and the FUD, that's fear, uncertainty, and doubt for the uninitiated, and give you a clear, balanced, and intellectually honest perspective. So, whether you're a seasoned gamer, a curious investor, or just someone who wants to stay ahead of the curve, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. And before we can talk about earning, we need to understand the playground. And in this case, the playground is Web 3. Now, don't let the jargon intimidate you. Think of it this way. Web 1 was the early internet of the 90s. Static pages, mostly for reading. Think of it as a library. Web 2 is the internet we've known for the past couple of decades. The social interactive web. Facebook, Google, YouTube. These are the giants of Web 2. It's a two-way street, but the platforms own the road. They own your data, your content, your digital identity. Web 3 is the next chapter in the internet story, and its central theme is decentralization. If Web 2 is a kingdom ruled by a handful of powerful tech giants, Web 3 is a republic built by the people for the people. It's powered by blockchain technology, which is essentially a shared, unchangeable, and incredibly secure public database. This technology allows for the creation of digital assets that are not controlled by any single company. It means that for the first time, you can truly own a piece of the internet. It's the difference between renting an apartment and owning a house. And when you apply this concept of ownership to the immersive, engaging worlds of video games, something truly magical begins to happen. This is where crypto gaming, or Web 3 gaming, enters the scene. It takes the principle of digital ownership and injects it directly into the heart of the gaming experience. Think about any traditional online game you've played. That rare sword you spend weeks grinding for, that exclusive skin you paid real money for, you don't actually own them. You're essentially licensing them from the game developer. They exist within a closed ecosystem, a walled garden, and you can't take them with you. If you get bored of the game, or if the company decides to shut down the servers, all of that time, effort, and money vanishes into the digital ether. It's a bit like buying a beautiful painting, but only being allowed to hang it in one specific room of a house you don't own. Web 3 games completely shatter this model. In a Web 3 game, that rare sword is created as a non-fungible token, or NFT. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. NFTs have become a bit of a punchline, synonymous in many people's minds with overpriced cartoons of apes. But if we strip away the hype and the speculation, an NFT is simply a unique, verifiable, and tamper-proof certificate of ownership for a digital item. It's a deed for your digital property, recorded on the blockchain for all to see. That NFT sword, it's yours. You can sell it on an open marketplace, trade it with another player, or even in the holy grail scenario of interoperability, use it in a completely different game. This is the revolutionary idea at the heart of Web3 gaming, the shift from a model of digital serfdom to one of digital sovereignty. And it's this idea that gave birth to the explosive trend of play to earn. The idea of making money from video games isn't entirely new. Professional esports players, streamers, and even gold farmers in games like World of Warcraft have been doing it for years. But play to earn, or P2E, democratized this idea on an unprecedented scale. It wasn't just for the elite few anymore. Suddenly, anyone with an internet connection and a willingness to play could potentially earn a real income. The undisputed king of the first P2E wave was a game called Axie Infinity. Even if you have zero interest in crypto, you've probably heard the name. It was a perfect storm of cute Pokemon-like creatures, a simple yet addictive gameplay loop, and a powerful economic incentive. Players would acquire a team of 3 Axies, which are themselves NFTs, and battle them against other players or computer-controlled enemies. By winning battles, players would earn a token called Smooth Love Potion, or SLP. This SLP could then be used to breed new Axies, which could in turn be sold to other players. It created a vibrant, player-driven economy where both the Axies and the SLP had real-world value. The success of Axie Infinity was nothing short of breathtaking. At its zenith, the game boasted millions of active players, and its governance token AXS soared to a market capitalization of over $10 billion. But the truly remarkable story was the socio-economic impact it had in countries like the Philippines and Venezuela. A unique scholarship model emerged where owners of Axies would lend them out to players who couldn't afford the high entry cost in exchange for a share of their earnings. This created a massive wave of employment in regions with limited economic opportunities. We saw headlines about people earning more than doctors and lawyers in their countries, all from playing a game on their phones. It was a powerful and inspiring testament to the potential of this new model. However, the Axie Infinity story also serves as a cautionary tale. The game's economy was, to put it bluntly, a house of cards. It was predicated on a model of perpetual growth, requiring a constant stream of new players to buy the Axies and SLP being produced by existing players. There was no significant sink for the tokens, no way for value to be retained within the ecosystem. It was, in essence, a zero-sum game, where the earnings of the few were funded by the investment of the many. When the broader crypto market entered a downturn and the influx of new players dried up, the whole system came crashing down. The price of SLP, which had been the primary source of income for so many, fell by over 99%. It was a brutal but necessary lesson for the entire industry. A sustainable play-to-earn economy cannot be built on speculation alone. It needs to be anchored in genuine utility and, most importantly, a fun and engaging gameplay experience. The fallout from the Axie Infinity collapse has led to a much-needed period of introspection and innovation in the crypto gaming space. The narrative is shifting from the unsustainable play-to-earn to the more balanced and realistic play and earn. The new generation of crypto games is being built with a fun-first mentality. The goal is to create games that people would want to play even if there were no financial incentives. The earning potential is the icing on the cake, not the cake itself. This is a crucial distinction, and it's the key to building a sustainable and long-lasting crypto gaming ecosystem. All right, so we've covered the theory, the history, and the cautionary tales. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for, the practical guide. How do you actually get started in the world of crypto gaming? I'm going to break it down into 5 clear, actionable steps. Follow these, and you'll be well on your way to becoming a savvy and successful crypto gamer. Step 1. Your digital wallet, the gateway to Web3. Your first port of call is to set up a crypto wallet. This is non-negotiable. Your wallet is your passport to the world of Web3. It's your digital identity, your bank, and your inventory all in one. There are 2 main types of wallets: hot wallets and cold wallets. A cold wallet, like a ledger or a Trezor, is a physical device that stores your crypto offline. It's the most secure option, but it's also more complex to use. For beginners, I strongly recommend starting with a hot wallet. This is a software-based wallet that lives on your computer or phone. The undisputed champion of hot wallets is MetaMask. It's a free browser extension and mobile app that is incredibly easy to use and is supported by almost every crypto game and application. The setup process for MetaMask is straightforward, but there is one part that you need to pay extremely close attention to: your secret recovery phrase. This is a unique 12-word phrase that is the master key to your wallet. If you lose it, you lose access to your funds forever. If someone else gets it, they have complete and total control of your assets. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to write it down on a piece of paper. You're going to make a second copy. You're going to store these copies in two separate, secure offline locations. You are not going to save it on your computer. You are not going to email it to yourself. You are not going to take a screenshot of it. And you are absolutely, under no circumstances, ever going to give it to anyone who asks for it. No legitimate company will ever ask for your seed phrase. Consider it the most important password you will ever have. Step 2. Choosing your game and ecosystem. Now that you have your wallet, it's time to find a game to play. This is where the real fun begins, but it's also where you need to be discerning. The crypto gaming space is filled with a lot of, let's call them low-effort projects. So how do you separate the wheat from the chaff? A great place to start is by looking at established gaming platforms and ecosystems. Immutable is a leading Layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum that is purpose-built for gaming. It offers fast, gas-free transactions, and it's home to some of the most popular and promising crypto games. Many games on Immutable are free to play, which is a fantastic way to get a feel for the game before you invest any money. They also have a streamlined onboarding process that often allows you to log in with a social media account, which is great for beginners. When you're evaluating a potential game, here are a few key criteria to consider. First and foremost, is the game fun? This might seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how many crypto games are a chore to play. If you wouldn't play the game without the earning component, that's a major red flag. Second, look at the community. Join their Discord, follow them on Twitter. Is the community active, positive, and helpful? A strong community is the lifeblood of any successful game. Third, research the team. Who are the developers? What is their track record? Are they transparent and communicative? A doxed team with a proven history is always a good sign. Finally, look at the tokenomics. This is the economic design of the game. Is it sustainable? Are there clear use cases for the game's tokens? This is a more advanced topic, but it's crucial for the long-term success of the game. To give you a starting point, some of the most highly regarded projects in the space right now include Illuvium, a visually stunning open-world RPG and auto battler, The Sandbox, and Decentraland, which are the leading decentralized metaverses, and Gods Unchained, a polished and strategic trading card game that is a great example of the play and earn model done right. Step 3. Buying your first gaming tokens. Even if you're starting with a free-to-play game, you'll eventually need some cryptocurrency to fully participate in the ecosystem. This is where a centralized crypto exchange comes into play. Think of an exchange as a digital bank for your crypto. Reputable and user-friendly options for beginners include Coinbase, Binance, and Kraken. These platforms allow you to buy cryptocurrencies with traditional currencies like the US dollar or the euro. The process of setting up an account on an exchange is similar to opening a bank account. You'll need to provide some personal information and go through a verification process known as KYC, or Know Your Customer. This is a standard regulatory requirement. Once your account is set up, you can purchase cryptocurrencies. I recommend starting with a major cryptocurrency like Ethereum, ETH, as it is the foundation of the crypto gaming world. Once you've purchased your ETH, you can then transfer it to your MetaMask wallet. From there, you can use a decentralized exchange or DEX like Uniswap to swap your ETH for the specific gaming token you need. A quick word on gas fees. Every transaction on the Ethereum blockchain requires a small fee known as a gas fee. These fees can fluctuate depending on network congestion. This is one of the reasons why Layer 2 solutions like Immutable are so popular, as they offer much lower transaction costs. And I'll say it again, start small. The crypto market is volatile. Only invest what you are comfortable losing. Step 4. Tracking your portfolio. As you start to acquire some gaming tokens and NFTs, you'll need a way to manage and track your portfolio. Trying to do this manually is a recipe for disaster. Fortunately, there are a number of excellent portfolio tracking tools available. CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap are two of the most popular options. They allow you to manually input your holdings and see their real-time value. For a more automated solution, you can use a platform like Zappa or DBank, which will automatically track all of the assets in your wallet. These tools are invaluable for staying organized and making informed decisions. Step 5. Play, stake, or hold. So, you've done your research, you've set up your wallet, and you've acquired your first gaming assets. Now, the real journey begins. What do you do with your tokens and NFTs? The most obvious answer is to use them to play the game. This is the fundamental utility of these assets. They can unlock new characters, grant you access to exclusive areas, or provide you with powerful in-game items. This is the play in play and earn, and it's where the real fun is. Another popular option is staking. This is a process where you lock up your tokens in a smart contract to help support the game's ecosystem. In return for your contribution, you'll earn rewards, typically in the form of more of the same token. It's a form of passive income, and it's a great way to increase your holdings in a project you believe in. Finally, there's the simple act of holding. If you've invested in a high-quality game with a strong team and a vibrant community, you may choose to simply hold onto your assets with the expectation that their value will appreciate over time. This is a more passive strategy, but it can be highly effective if you have a long-term conviction in the project. And that's it, your comprehensive 5-step guide to entering the exciting world of crypto gaming. It may seem daunting at first, but if you take it one step at a time and do your own research, you'll be navigating the metaverse like a pro in no time. To give you a better sense of what's out there, let's take a closer look at a few of the most promising and well-regarded crypto games in 2025. These are games that are not only fun to play, but also have strong communities and sustainable economies. First on our list is Illuvium. This is a project that has been generating a massive amount of hype, and for good reason. It's an ambitious, open-world RPG and auto-battler with breathtaking graphics built on Unreal Engine 5. The game is set on a shattered alien world, where players explore vast landscapes and hunt and capture deity-like creatures called Illuvials. Each Illuvial is an NFT with unique stats and abilities. The core gameplay loop involves a strategic auto-battler, where you position your Illuvials on a battlefield and watch them fight it out. Illuvium is a prime example of a game that is prioritizing quality and fun, and it has the potential to be a true blockbuster that bridges the gap between traditional gaming and Web3. Next, we have the twin titans of the decentralized metaverse, the Sandbox and Decentraland. These are not just games in the traditional sense, they are sprawling, user-owned virtual worlds. In both platforms, the land itself is a collection of NFTs that can be bought and sold on the open market. Landowners can then build and create a wide variety of experiences, from interactive games and art galleries to virtual storefronts and concert venues. We've already seen major brands like Gucci, Warner Music Group, and HSBC establish a presence in these metaverses. They represent a bold and exciting vision of a future where a significant portion of our social and economic lives takes place in a shared virtual space. If you're a fan of strategic card games like Hearthstone or Magic: The Gathering, then you absolutely need to check out Gods Unchained. It's a highly polished and deeply strategic trading card game that was one of the first to pioneer the play and earn model. The key innovation of Gods Unchained is that every card in the game is an NFT. This means that you have true ownership of your collection. You can buy, sell, and trade your cards on the open market, just like you would with physical trading cards. The game is free to play, and you can earn new cards and the game's token, $Gods, simply by playing. It's a brilliant example of how blockchain technology can enhance an already proven and popular game genre. For those who prefer a more relaxed and social gaming experience, there's My Neighbor Alice. This is a delightful multiplayer builder game that takes inspiration from games like Animal Crossing. Players can buy virtual plots of land, decorate their homes, and interact with their neighbors in a charming and whimsical world. It's a game that is designed to be accessible and welcoming to a broad audience. And it's a wonderful demonstration of how blockchain can be used to create collaborative and community-driven experiences. This is, of course, just a small sample of the incredible innovation that is happening in the crypto gaming space. There are new and exciting projects launching every day across every conceivable genre. The most important thing is to find a game that resonates with you, a community that you enjoy being a part of, and a project that you believe in for the long term. So, where do we go from here? What does the future of crypto gaming look like? Well, if the current trajectory is any indication, we are on the cusp of a major paradigm shift in the gaming industry. The market is already valued in the tens of billions of dollars, and it's projected to grow at an astronomical rate over the next decade. But the real story isn't the numbers on a chart. It's the fundamental change in the relationship between players and the games they inhabit. For too long, gamers have been digital peasants, toiling away in the fields of multi-billion-dollar corporations with no ownership of the value they create. Web3 gaming is a declaration of independence. It's a movement that is empowering players, transforming them from passive consumers into active stakeholders. It's creating new avenues for creativity, entrepreneurship, and community building. And it's giving rise to a new generation of games that are more immersive, more engaging, and more rewarding than anything we've seen before. Now, let's be clear. We are still in the very early innings of this transformation. There are significant hurdles to overcome. The user experience can still be clunky and confusing for mainstream audiences. The market is still subject to the wild swings of the crypto cycle, and we desperately need more games that are, to put it simply, fun. But the momentum is undeniable. The genie is out of the bottle, and there's no putting it back. We are witnessing the birth of a new digital economy, one that is more open, more equitable, and more player-centric than ever before. Whether you're a lifelong gamer, a savvy investor, or simply a curious observer of the future, this is a revolution that you cannot afford to ignore. And on that note, we come to the end of our journey into the fascinating world of crypto gaming. We've explored the technological underpinnings, dissected the economic models, and provided a practical guide to getting started. I hope this has been an enlightening and empowering experience for you. The world of crypto gaming is a thrilling and at times chaotic frontier. It's a space of immense opportunity but also of significant risk. My advice to you is to approach it with a healthy dose of curiosity and a critical eye. Do your own research. Never invest more than you're willing to lose. And above all, remember that the primary purpose of gaming is to have fun. If you can find a game that you love, and that also allows you to earn a little something on the side, then you've truly hit the jackpot. I would love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Are you bullish on the future of crypto gaming? Are you already playing any play and earn games? What are some of your favorite projects? Let me know in the comments section below. I make it a point to read and respond to as many as I can. And of course, if you found this video valuable, I would be incredibly grateful if you would like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It really does help the channel grow and allows me to continue creating content like this for you. I hope this episode has helped Summer. Thank you for spending your valuable time with me today. I'm Boni, and this is Boni's Life. Stay curious, stay critical, and I'll see you in the metaverse.